this video, I'm going to show you how to take your photos from looking like this to looking like films like this when you're done. Now, if you want to make your photos look cinematic or make it look like a movie, in this video, I'm going to show you how to do it in Lightroom. I'm going to give you a step-by-step exactly what I do to convert images from looking like it was taken on an iPhone or whatever the case may be to looking like it was shot from a movie or a feature film. Now, the first thing I like to do is crop the image. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to Instagram, set it at the 4:5, and I'm going to set the tone, and I'm going to go to transform, and I'm going to scale it to give it a nice look, to isolate the subject and also create depth from the wing on the side and the wing on here. And I'm going to rotate it, but the first thing I want to do is just get the alignment right and make the image the way you want it to look after you shoot it. So that's perfect. The next thing I want to do is go in my calibrations. When you go into calibrations, this is how I actually color the image. So you can use saturation, you can take the hue. This is where you can get very creative. But the next thing I do is go into calibrations. So I'm gonna add some blues. I just like to play with it. Take the blues out, add blues in. I can take the blues out, and I like that look there. It already starting to look cinematic, where it's like it looks realistic. Because I don't want colors to be too crazy, because that's not realistic. And films don't look, they don't have an extra, they don't have a lot of color to them. They have a dull, realistic look. So I want to pull some colors out. I might increase the reds, and then I might see what it looks like if I turn it this way or push it this way. I like that bluish green look because it's raw and gritty, and it matches what's going on in the background. And I'm gonna keep it there. The next thing I want to do is I want to go and start to mess with the exposures. And anytime you have a film, you don't want to have super contrasty images, and you don't want to have super bright images. So bring the contrast down. And then once I get right here, then I decrease the contrast so it's not a sharp contrasty look. I like to have it look like film, right? And then I bring the exposure up just a taste, or bring it down a little bit and increase my highlights. And then I'm going to go into my textures and bring the textures down because they're not really detailed like that. And then I'm going to increase the clarity so you can see it better. And I'm going to dehaze down, slightly down a little bit. And then I'm going to find a LUT to put on top of it. And then that's pretty much how I do everything. And then after I put the LUT on there, then I'm going to see whether or not I need more contrast or I need more color just to give it a little style. And there we go.